welcome everybody to episode 8.
He got it right.
I got it right. Episode 8 of the Lunarcast, a new class. I am your host, Iron. Alongside me is Mike.
Yo.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
And we got Penguin from twitch.tv/Mr. Penguin Von Penguin.
The only independent voice on this podcast.
That is true. The only one not being paid for by Jack Hit. Actually, none of us are getting paid. Mike's like, what? No, nobody's getting paid.
Wait, there's pay involved here?
There's never any pay. Jack's not even getting paid. So this week we have decided to do something new, and if you are watching live on Twitch, on twitch.tv/.
You done fucked up.
Kind of, yeah. No. Please bear with us for any small technical difficulties in that. Otherwise, you can catch the YouTube video of this that you are probably watching right now if you do not watch it on Twitch on our YouTube channel. Because we're still not on podcast services.
I'm working on it.
We're working on it.
We're working
Little
on
by
it.
little. We are slowly building a lot more stuff. We've slowly cut ties across a bunch of things.
Just wait until we're finally available on iTunes.
Just wait.
Then we can be the last gaming podcast out there.
Jeez. Well, we'll do iTunes and Google, and I don't know what else after that. I mean, I guess we could do Spotify if we really got around to it. Anyway, so this week in gaming news, the biggest thing that has hit is Jason Schreier's Kotaku article about BioWare and the hell of development that was that of Anthem. They didn't even start development truly until after the E3 showing in 2017.
So they showed a game that didn't exist, and then they had to build to that.
Yep. They showed a game that didn't exist. They changed the name a week before E3 because they couldn't get the trademark for the name they wanted, which was Beyond. So for a while, Anthem meant nothing to the game, and they made up the whole virus thing or whatever called Anthem or whatever did
the Anthem of Creation.
Yeah, they were like, we're just gonna call it that so that it actually ties to the game. It's the whole article. It's a very, very long article. I think I read like 2/3 of it, and then I had to leave work, and I kind of forgot. But
so you missed the ending where Jason Schreier was all like, "By the way, the sequel coming 2020."
Oh, that won't be starting development until late 2019.
Honestly, I'm not shocked.
Video
games are hard, and they're not about the games anymore. It's about making money, and that just causes games to get rushed out.
They not even just rushed out. I mean, this game should have the game was being talked about since what, like 2014, I think that said. But it's more or less like the environment that BioWare had, that it was so bad that, I mean, people were taking months off for stress and everything, and it was so bad to the point like they didn't like how it was being done, so the developers were hoping that like Dragon Age Inquisition would have bombed, so that they would have maybe changed something. That's bad. That's really bad.
Wow.
I mean, that's their money and their livelihood. I mean, they got to be getting a bonus off of this stuff.
Well, quite frankly, I've spent not a bunch of time with Anthem. It's still downloaded on my PC. But there's some things it does right, and those things that are done right are great when you can stay connected to the game, apparently. I don't know how much of that they've fixed, and I don't know. I didn't dive deep into it, and then that little indie game Division 2 came out, and that's more my multiplayer speed.
That little indie game.
But yeah, like I didn't play Anthem. I actually had no interest in Anthem, and I was full-heartedly into Division 2 because I enjoyed the first one, and it seemed like they were going to do what everybody thought, Bungie was going to do with Destiny 2, where they were going to be like, oh, Destiny 1 ended great. We're going to take everything from that, put it into Destiny 2, and tweak it just a little bit to make it even better. When in reality, they didn't really do that. But Division it's been like what? Division was out for like 3 or 4 years. And they implemented a lot.
They took what they
learned and put it into Division 2.
So, EA, BioWare, follow the Ubi model in this case.
For once, Ubi got it right.
Oh my god, stop calling them Ubi. That's gross.
Ubi.
So, and then after all that was done, and the article was out, literally, I don't know, what, a half hour after the article went out, if that, BioWare put out a response. So they never read the article because they didn't want comment with Jason Schreier on the article. It says in there, and they didn't get an advanced copy of the article. So though in the article, they pretty much like said like this isn't real. These are old stories. We've already fixed it. You don't throw people under the bus, blah, 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 blah. Pretty much just like, in a sense, it sounded like they were just calling him a liar and fabricating a story.
It also doesn't help that they apparently sent out an email to their entire staff saying, don't talk to the press.
Also wasn't it, didn't they send out their statement like a few minutes after he posted the article?
Was it a few? I didn't know if it was a few minutes or like a half hour, but yeah, it was instant. It
was a short enough time where Jason Schreier said they obviously didn't read the article.
Yeah.
So,
like it was insane, and then did they put out another one later on, addressing it a bit more, and more like because they just could not stop the criticism.
So here's the problem. You have a company that has a history of making amazing games with a few misses here and there.
Yeah.
And then you let an overlord tell you what to do in EA, because we all know EA has a wonderful track record of making consumer-friendly, gamer-based decisions, and they care nothing about money.
Nothing.
Not a bit.
They hate loot boxes.
Not at all. They definitely didn't go through and add new microtransactions to Battlefield 5 or anything. So you let them kind of push you out the door and tell you how to do things, instead of staying true to what you are as a studio. And all of a sudden you have a game that just hits the market and just crashes and burns. Why don't we take a look at some of the things? Let's look at another game, and this game is coming up week after week right now for us. It's almost as if we're fans, but they're making smart decisions. Let's look at what Sean Murray said about No Man's Sky, where he said that VR mode for them makes no sense monetarily. It makes no sense for them from a cash standpoint to sit there and develop it. They developed the VR mode because it's what they want in the game, and they want it to be a better game. Mm-hmm. So maybe if studios would take a little more time to think about these things from the perspective of, we want to do what's good by the gamers, and if we do that, then the money will come, instead of how can we, pump as much money out of these schmucks as possible. Maybe they would actually make more money in the long run.
Yeah, I mean, look at it like No Man's Sky. Like the game launched at $60. It bombed. They didn't quit. And then every update they've put out, the Foundation update, Next, Beyond, all of that, it's free. It's all free. They're not even making you pay for it.
Wait. So you're saying that if you buy the base game, you just get in on it?
Damn right.
Kind of like that other indie game that came out called Division 2.
Yeah.
Huh. As if maybe, just maybe, And Mike, maybe I'm wrong on this. Maybe you have a different opinion. But maybe if you take your downloadable content and make it free, you'll get more people to buy the base games. And I bet you right now, Ubisoft is getting people to pay for their premium currency, knowing they don't have to pay for the DLC.
Oh yeah, I totally agree. And
I'm about to buy the premium currency just because I want that emote.
you want the air
you want that you want that air bowling?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the more stuff you give people for free as far as gameplay goes, the more people are willing to spend to get cosmetic stuff. Overwatch is a great example of that. Heroes of the Storm, even though they rolled back development on it, and kind of basically cut it down to, a small team, that was a great example of it as well. They didn't make you pay for anything that was gameplay related, other than, new characters if you wanted to get them early. Now, the only thing I would say about Division is maybe it would be nice if there was some way to earn some of the premium currency in game, and maybe that is something that they could tie. Maybe that's something they could tie into, like the end game content, the stronghold, stuff like that.
But based on what they're doing, though, with the fact that they're listening to fans and they're listening to the people playing the game, wouldn't shock me if that happened here in the near future.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's, or, maybe they don't let you earn the premium currency, but maybe they, maybe they do something where you can use kind of like Red Dead Online uses, where you can either use your gold to, bypass a rank or get something right now, or you can wait until you have enough in-game money to purchase it or something like that.
Holy cow, you might be onto something. Mike,
maybe.
Are you secretly a game developer?
God, I wish.
Can we just implant you in a studio to convince them to do this?
Sure.
He's like, all right,
I'll give people free advice for money.
Let's make Mike the new CEO of EA.
Okay, done. Put a stamp on it. Send him off.
No. You're about to.
No, you're CEO. You're the boss.
You're gonna change.
They listen to you.
You're gonna change the fortunes of that whole company now.
I will not blame anything on you, game-wise, in the next 3 years because it's already been in development. Anything after that, then it's on you.
Yep.
I'm gonna pass. I don't want to be with EA.
We tried to make you so much money, and you have shut us down. Iron, you're now the CEO of EA.
But if I'm the CEO of EA, then I gotta deal with Madden and FIFA and.
Wait, make it okay. Here you go. With Madden, do it to where it's because it's a yearly thing. One, delete the deal where you have no competition. Okay, allow 2K to start making them again.
So I can buy 2K football games again? Yes, please.
Well, whatever.
So essentially what you're saying is you want me to be the CEO of EA
so make competition
so that I can just drive it into the ground.
No, make competition.
Yeah.
You can bring back Need for Speed on a regular basis. Let Criterion do it. Only let Criterion do it.
No, I will only bring back Need for Speed Underground.
Yes, Remaster Underground.
No, it's just gonna be Underground all the time.
No, I want the actual old school Need for Speed Hot Pursuit game back.
My god,
the
original
one.
Oh man, I think I have that still. But no, the big thing with Madden that you can do is because it's a yearly one. Take the game to where it's subscription based, which is very EA. Lock it behind a subscription of, $40 a year or whatever. and all it does is just roster updates and shit. Because I mean, let's face it, the game ain't getting any graphically better right now. So for a while, just do roster
until they put
updates.
it in that super badass photorealistic Unreal Engine.
Yeah. Wait, no,
how
it's EA.
about-
They're gonna use Frostbite.
Well, of course they are, but fix that. That's what Mike is going there to do.
Or we just say, if you buy Madden, you're part of this football team, and you can go outside and play football.
Ooh,
That works too.
Better yet, welcome to Mike's Arena at EA, where instead of Madden, you get EA's FCFL Football 2020.
Yes.
Oh man, God,
Done.
can't believe that league.
Also, since you're the CEO of EA now, can we please get like NCAA baseball and football back?
That's the problem
Sure.
with the NCAA.
Good.
That's a big problem with the NCAA. I don't know on that.
I'm sorry, I want my college baseball game back. That shit was awesome.
I don't remember college baseball games.
You never played the college baseball games?
I don't even remember them, honestly. I remember the football one.
No, they had college baseball, and like you took your team and you played through like the super regionals and all of that shit, all the way up to the College World Series, and they had the aluminum bats that college players use. So you get a hit and you'd be like, tink, ugh.
Tink. Watch it drive an extra like 50 miles an hour.
Of course, and then people die.
Yes. So, but no, I don't. They're gonna have to do something in the end. I mean, the other big complaint from the studio was the Frostbite engine. Although they did, someone said that they chose to use it, I guess, but doesn't EA make almost all of their developers use
Frostbite is like their engine.
Frostbite is like, if you want to be
It's
EA,
EA's
you have to
engine.
develop in Frostbite.
Yeah, and the only people that can do that properly, it seems, is DICE. DICE is good with the Frostbite engine.
Wasn't
I
DICE
mean,
the group that developed the Frostbite engine in the first place? Didn't they develop it and then it went to the rest of the EA games after that?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think they did.
Yeah.
I mean, Mass Effect Andromeda was, I mean, for all of the problems people say that game has, it still looked amazing.
It's on my shelf. I've never played it.
Just the way you put it.
It's
well,
it's in my
Iron
backlog.
will never play it either because he hates RPGs. So,
All right, you know what? Check this out. I'll put this down now. If somebody wants to go donate $100 to my Extra Life at some point after hearing this podcast, I'll play Mass Effect Andromeda on my streams.
Well, if Tim is listening, then he might just drop $100.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. You probably wouldn't even have to pay me to replay Mass Effect games. They're just so good.
I still have to do another 3 hours of the first Mass Effect from that charity stream I did. I've just been too busy with Division.
Now, was it specific to doing the first Mass Effect?
They're not. All the ones that want me to play Mass Effect are not letting me skip 1. I have to play 1 and then 2 and then 3.
And then 10 and then 18 and then 26.
And then Andromeda.
I mean,
because I own 1, 2, 3.
It is good.
It's so slow.
So good. Now, I would say maybe you would be better served. You would have been better to have them on console probably, because the controls on a controller are much better, and the PC versions did not have controller support.
Iron owes you streamer. What is it?
Iron owes you streams. Call him out.
I do owe. I know I owe. I've been busy with Division. I'm still sitting there trying to play it. I think I hit 25 last night.
I think I'm going to play that today, actually, after we get off this thing.
Yeah. Mike's like, I'm falling behind.
And I have to edit today.
and
He has to edit it.
and watch some
and
like
watch
indie wrestling
like
promotion.
7 hours of indie wrestling.
He is
AKA
just a walking
WWE.
billboard right now, though. He's wearing a not LCW hat.
Well, this is a company that just started that hasn't had any shows yet, and then I gotta rep Becky Lynch, who's in the main event of WrestleMania.
So is
Mike, can you give me some kind of password so I can watch WrestleMania?
Not at the same time, I don't think.
Well,
Maybe
then you can tell me later about it. I don't care enough to try and get another free month out of WWE.
Pick the wrong time to use that free month.
I don't care.
I
Anyway.
would love to get a free month out of WWE. I've been paying for the network since it started, and I never got a free month.
Of all the people, I'm not shocked that Mike paid.
I'm gonna get Mike to put it on a Discord call and just share a screen.
I mean, if we could figure it out legally, I would do some kind of watch along. I just don't know how that would work.
Not well. We'd probably get shut down, and then you
Well,
got to deal with the other guy.
I mean, if I didn't have the audio playing, but had the screen up in like a
true.
little picture-in-picture, maybe it would work. But that's for a different discussion.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
talk
true.
more about video games.
Video
Yes,
games.
let's-
What other news we got?
Games.
I did want to touch base on this because I know, Mike, you have an Xbox and
I
you
do.
like to play Sea of Thieves with me sometimes.
I would love to.
And of course, Iron doesn't love us at all.
I'm getting there.
But
Smartass.
but apparently the news came out that leaked this week that Xbox is going to be doing the thing that they should have probably done a year and a half ago, and that it looks like they're finally merging Game Pass and Xbox Live Gold.
Ooh.
How
much?
So I think from what I'm seeing is they might still be available as separate subscriptions as well. But
I hope so.
That makes sense because people might want Game Pass but not need to play online.
Plus, I mean, PC, you don't have to have live, do you?
You don't. But the
So.
combined, the rumored price of the combined pass, the Microsoft Ultimate Pass, is $14.99 a month. It's 75% of what you pay for both of them separately.
I was gonna say because isn't live
just magically showed up.
isn't
I'm about to
li-
say just magic coffee.
Magic coffee.
isn't live like
I give a hoot
$7
about coffee.
or $8 a month?
Well, no, live. I think they're both 10.
Are they?
Well, because okay, so if you think about it, how much is Game Pass for a year? Like a year subscription?
Oh, Game Pass.
20?
120?
Yeah, it's 10 a month. It's
10 a month.
I think if you buy it for 12 months, it's $99. If you buy
So
all 12 months at once.
Because that's like live is like $60 for the full year.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you buy like 1 year, so
Yeah, so live
So
is
it's-
12 months.
so it's 160
I'm
for-
trying to see.
for a year. So
And it is so a 3-month, but they have like the escalating discount
so
because like a 3-month card
Yeah.
is 25.
right, yeah, but just say if you were to just pay the $15 a month, you're paying $20 extra. But
Well-
granted, I'm sure they would have it to where it's 1 year for like $150, so it's like $10.
Well, yeah, it's just the whole thing of like, let's see.
I was just doing math,
Trying-
but
Trying to find it on.
I mean, because it's all just a leak at this point. We don't really know 100% for sure.
So a 1-month card from Best Buy is $10 for Xbox Live.
That's what I'm saying. So it's $10 a month.
So
Both
okay.
of them, if you buy them separately, apart, at 1 month at a time, they're both $10 a month. So
Gotcha.
if you're the kind of person that has to buy them monthly and you can get them monthly together for $15, you save 25% of the monthly cost.
okay, so how much is the 1 year subscription?
They have all that's been leaked or rumored right now is the monthly price, the single month
Yeah.
price. And if the single month price, if the month-to-month price is $15, then probably if you bought it a year at a time, it'd probably be $100. It'd be what Game Pass is now, or maybe $120.
I mean, I could see them doing, because if you think about it, if it was all 12 months at the monthly rate, that's what, 180?
Yeah,
right?
$14.99, so 180.
So
yeah, it's 180. 180.
I
Yeah,
could
it'd
see
be
him doing it for
180.
like 125, 130 for the year.
So
Yeah.
so if you think about it, most of the time when you do things other than the Xbox Live, because that's like you're essentially just paying for 6 months. But like most of the time they drop off like a month or two for like the annual price.
Yeah, like because PlayStation Plus is like 60. So yeah, it's usually like that's yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was 120. Just do $60 for each of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I think it's a good idea. A lot of people have been begging for it for months.
Yeah. I think this is definitely a startup to their next system for that
I
the
think
online only one.
Yeah, I think this is a push. I think I wouldn't be shocked if supposedly the all digital version of the Xbox One S is supposed to come out in May. We've discussed this. Supposedly that's coming out next month. It wouldn't shock me if it was, hey, this is coming out, and by the way, here's this subscription service that's going to be launching not right away, but probably the fall, because another part of the rumor was that like people who are part of the Xbox Insider program would be able to sign up for the combined pass for $1 a month until it released to the general public.
Might be time to join the Insider program.
I'm a part of the Xbox Insider program, but I just recently got 12 months of Xbox Live Gold for free through Games to Grunts, and I just recently re-upped my Game Pass for 6 months because Amazon was doing a deal where you bought 3 months, they gave you 3 months free. So I'm good for a while.
I think I got
Woot.
3 months of Game Pass and a year of Live. So
part of your.
But it'll be nice to. Well, no, I actually bought the Xbox Live, I think, from CD Keys.
Okay.
They had it for like $40 or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And then I just bought I think I bought Game Pass along with it because it was a little bit cheaper as well.
Well, it's you look at if it like I'm not even trying to shill for Microsoft on this. It's just if you look at it for what you pay for Game Pass, you get so much content. It's really worth it.
Oh yeah, no, I for what Game Pass is and for what you pay for it, it's a great idea. I mean, it's what I really wish PlayStation Now was. I really wish that's what PlayStation Now was, but I mean, and it as someone that owns a PC, I want it, but then it's also like I don't have time right now, and I don't really have the money right now. But I mean, I'm gonna be getting it in that, and I remember, didn't we look at it probably a few weeks ago? We were sitting there just looking up deals on everything, and it was like CD Keys had it to where it was like
yeah,
I don't know,
yeah. I think that was around when I bought my stuff. So
yeah,
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm just a selfish individual. I thought about sending you the second code I got from Amazon for the other 3 months, but then I was like, no, I want 6 months.
You can have your 6 months. I don't want your guys.
You don't have you don't have time for Sea of Thieves right now. You're not.
No, I don't.
I mean, I don't even have time for that indie game called Division 2 right now. So
I am kicking both of your asses in Division right now.
Yeah,
I need you guys to come on.
But well, we'll get to that in the games we're playing segment. Okay.
Anyway,
I'm trying to think of other news that has come out this week. It wasn't super big as far as the news week goes. Like honestly, we know full well that you get into like April and May and the news kind of slows down. Ooh, I do have one. Did you see the article that came out about the teaser hidden in Division 2 for the next Assassin's Creed game?
Oh yeah, it
did
was
see
set
that.
in
Vikings.
Vikings, yeah. And Corey Barlog tweeted out, he's like, possible collaboration.
Boy, main character better say boy a lot.
I hope that they would if not the main character saying that you could definitely hear just somewhere in the background some character
Somewhere
going,
someone's
"Boy,
yelling boy.
boy."
Like, yeah, you just have like an NPC. Like just you need like an NPC that you do a mission for, and that like him and his son, and he just always calls his son boy.
So I know that some of the conversation that was in, I believe it was over in your Discord, the Lunarcast Discord, where somebody was like, well, the previous Assassin's Creed games, like, they haven't really done a lot talking about, like, the mythology, and the Greek one didn't talk about the Greek gods that much, except, I climbed Zeus and hung from his dick, so there's a thing.
I think everyone did that. I think it was a requirement of the tutorial.
I think so. And so they didn't touch a whole lot on the gods apparently, and people and they're not probably not gonna touch on the Norse gods, and I'm like, good. I don't care. That's not what this game is about. This game is about I just want this game to show me if it's gonna be Assassin's Creed with Vikings, show me the brutality of the Vikings.
You want to know what else? And this is just from the little bit of Odyssey I've played. They're not touching on the Assassins or the Templars either.
Yeah, they're building back to it. They're telling you the pre-story at this point. They're
I don't want
there.
And that's
you don't like the RPG elements of it.
I don't like the RPG elements, but I'm
goddamn
from
RPG
everything that I heard, Origins and Odyssey got so far away from the Assassins and the Templars and the first civilization and all that. It got so far away from it. I was really kind of bothered.
That is accurate. They have gone and they started getting away from this ever since I think Black Flag.
Black Flag
is when they kind of started getting away from it, but
which is somehow one. I think Black Flag may actually be my favorite Assassin's Creed game.
I like the pirate.
I loved it so much, and now I have downloaded onto my Shadow, and I'm going to start this one up because I only played a little bit of it before, and now it's been remastered. I have 3. I'm ready to go.
I liked 3. I actually liked Assassin's Creed 3. I don't know why everybody hated it so much.
It had some technical issues. That was my understanding.
Other than that, other than the technical, I won't disagree. I mean, it was the worst.
And it is about the slowest starting game in the creation of games.
No, a lot of people would probably argue that now that Red Dead is the slowest start.
Look, maybe just maybe. Maybe just
you're
maybe.
behind now. Tim finished.
I wanted to spend my first 92 hours in Red Dead up in the mountains. Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, Mike. You gotta really finish it now. It's you and Quail, I think.
So, yes, the Assassin's Creed has gotten far away from what everyone loved, which was 2 and the 2 follow-ups to that.
Yes.
However,
2 Brotherhood and Revelations.
However, they're still not bad games.
No, I'm not saying that they're bad.
They are fantastic games, and honestly, I would say you're probably going to get more out of Odyssey than you would get out of the 3 of those games combined.
So what they did, Iron, and I know, like I said, I know you don't like the more RPG-ish elements of it. I think it actually brings a lot to the table, personally. But what they're doing is currently they're telling you the pre-story. The DLC for Odyssey is the first Blade. It's telling you about how the Assassins came to be. And if they're telling you that is DLC to Odyssey, that means you're probably going to see a whole lot heavier look at the Templar and the Assassins in the next one set with Vikings.
That would be a hope. And I mean, maybe I'll dive back into it with that one. Granted, right now, the Humble Monthly for May has Origins.
Take it and give it a ride if you haven't given it a ride yet. And you're gonna get it for $12 plus 75 other games. Yeah, might as well take it for a little bit. Are you now? Are you blasting these games and their RPG elements without having ever touched them?
What, Origins and Odyssey?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I haven't played them. I've just watched people play them.
But
I'm not saying that they're bad games. It's just, it's so heavy RPG. It's like, and it takes so long. People are like, oh, I had to play 50 hours of this. I'm like, I don't want to do 50-hour RPG. I like 50-hour like Red Dead, but I was like, I don't want to do an RPG.
Speaking of RPGs, you can now get Persona 5 for $20 on PlayStation. It's part of the Greatest Hits collection.
Persona 5?
Yep.
Damn.
Got added to the Greatest Hits collection, which means that whatever the Persona that's coming out is going to be something with like DLC or some shit.
You know
well,
what it's
I
now
know
partnered with?
Persona 5 Royal or Royale or whatever it is. I believe
It's a
that's
Persona
supposed to be Persona 5 with extra content. So it's like
it's
kind of like Persona 4 Golden.
They've given it all away. It's actually Persona 5 with the Battle Royale mode.
Oh, jeez. Well, here's what's really sad, and I noticed this earlier. So I went to the store earlier. I had to go to Walmart to get my prescription and everything, and I got there too early. So we were walking around and went to the games area and they have like, you know, the area where games are like $20. You know a game they're trying to sell for $20?
Battlefront 2.
No. Mighty Number 9.
Lol.
And then Penguin's like, oh, Persona 5.
Are you sure you weren't looking at the 20-cent bin?
Nope.
So this, if you haven't been, obviously Iron has, but if you haven't been through the game section of a Walmart or a Target or a major department store like that recently, it's a sad thing to look at.
It very much is.
Even Best Buy, it's sad.
Yeah, basically at this point, for gaming purposes, as much as I hate to say it, if you want a really good like physical experience for a game store, you actually do have to go to GameStop.
It sucks, but it really.
Or hear me out. Just buy your shit on Amazon like the rest of us. They're taking over the world anyway.
And GameStop is even like half of the store is games, and the other half is like the collectibles and stuff.
Yeah, it's not even the games.
So the mall, the mall that's by my house, inside the mall they have GameStop, and inside the GameStop it's 90% games, because if you walk about 700 yards, they have a ThinkGeek store now.
Dang.
So like they have a separate store for the collectibles.
The mall GameStops have also been about the size of a closet historically, so
not wrong. That's about what mine is at the mall. It's pretty small. I would say it's about 75% games. The rest is collectibles, because there's a box lunch in the mall too. And that place is freaking awesome.
So within driving distance of where I am at currently, there are within 5 minutes of my house, there's the mall, and inside the mall is the GameStop. And then outside the mall, there's a separate GameStop. And then 2 minutes up the road, there's another GameStop.
Mm-hmm. I have one down near the Walmart that way. There's one in the mall. There's one down the street from the mall. And then I think there's one down by my work. And then there's one on the other side of town.
Do you guys think maybe GameStop is having financial trouble because they have too many locations?
There used to be a second one outside the mall. There used to be 3 of them.
They're having financial issues because no one wants to buy physical games anymore.
Nobody wants to buy their used games either.
I was wondering if maybe they're having financial issues because they can't sell PSN codes anymore for the games themselves.
Did we ever touch on that?
We did.
We did. Podcast,
we did when the story first came out. We have not touched on it since the actual date came around, and we realized that our worst fears were coming to life.
So, real quick, just to touch on that. So it turns out that originally it was said that physical places wouldn't be able to sell the PSN digital codes for the games. They're still able to sell the cards and everything, but it seems that Amazon and like Best Buy Online and Newegg and all that, they are also wiped out. They are not able to sell the digital codes for the games anymore. You have to buy them on the network. And they did not open up gifting. They opened up some weird ass refund
14-day refund
14
for pre-orders.
14-day refund for pre-orders, and if you have the game installed or downloaded or whatever, you cannot get a refund. And I think they had it was really weird. I thought I read something like if you've seen the code, you can't get, or yeah, if you've activated the code, you can't get a refund. That's pretty much what it is. Which I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I can't buy a code anymore.
Look, I'm not.
Well, I mean, you can still buy like the PSN codes,
the eShop codes, which I mean, that's kind of obvious though. I mean, if you sit there and you're doing whatever, but
y'all want to hear something really sad?
Okay.
Sony's making some choices right now that make me think that the first console I buy next generation may need to be an Xbox.
That's disappointing to hear.
It's, I mean, some of the things they're doing right now feel very anti-consumer, and I usually pick up an Xbox later in the life cycle. Because I normally buy a PlayStation, if not at launch, within a month of launch.
I mean, a PlayStation's still going to be the first one I buy because I only own PlayStation consoles. I've never owned an Xbox console.
Maybe it's time to change that. Speak with your wallet.
Nope. Xbox doesn't have the exclusives, and all Xbox exclusives I can play on this machine right here. That's.
You're right, Nintendo. Only Nintendo consoles for the rest of life.
There we go. We're all gonna buy the new Switch when it comes out in a couple months, right?
I know.
Please give me the more powerful Switch, please.
Now, if they came out with bigger Joy-Cons that actual adult hands could grip, that would be nice.
Ones that break easy.
Or if they could update Mario
Have
Party.
You broken a Joy-Con?
Online.
No, but I've heard a lot of stories of people like breaking them or something.
Oh, okay.
All I'm saying is, Nintendo, for the love of God, do not make certain games only have Joy-Con playability. Let me use my Pro Controller for Mario Party. Thank you.
Let me use my Pro Controller for freaking Pokemon.
Yeah, but if you're how are you going to like in 1-2 Switch the game where you milk the cow? How are you gonna do that with your Pro Controller?
Please stop doing that.
You don't want to know.
This is not.
I just see him going. I just see him in a jerky motion.
I have the stream open, right? Because I'm trying to get the view count up or whatever, and I just looked over, and on the stream it had caught up to the part where Mike was doing that. I was like, oh god.
Mike needs a shake weight.
It'll give you cab fare. I saw that in South Park.
Oh man.
And this is how we end up stretching this show out so much, because we start talking about some stuff. And
it is, and that's, I mean, it's perfectly fine. Who really cares? So, Penguin, you wanted to talk about something special that is new, and I believe I know what it is, but please go ahead. You have the floor.
You do know what it is. Both of you at some point had popped into it. Please do not sleep on Falcon Age. Yeah. I got an advance copy of Falcon Age, and the easiest way possible. Like, Rob retweeted something at me so I could see it, and it was just basically the developer going, "Hey, well, if there's streamers interested in checking this game out, we'd love it. Just hit us up." So I hit him up, and within 2 minutes, the guy was like, "DM me," and I DM'd him, and like 30 seconds later, I had a code for Falcon Age.
Dang.
Yeah. I haven't played it in VR yet. I'm gonna download it to my other PlayStation here in a little while. I definitely want to check this out in VR.
It did seem like from the little bit I saw of you playing it did seem like it was a VR focused game.
It's you can tell that it's kind of VR first, like that the plan was for you to play it in VR, but it still plays really well non VR. It plays just like it's a first person adventure. It plays really well. It's only $20. I looked it up. It's gonna be like $20.
Oh, nice.
That's cheap. Yeah, that's pretty cheap.
And there's a trophy in it called Penguin. So
you were popping trophies left and right yesterday. It was ridiculous.
Popping trophies. So like, there's trophies from what I can gather. What happened in the game is that this like group came in from off-world, and to basically take the resources from the planet, including the people, and you're trying to clear out their like refineries and stuff, from what I can tell. But yeah, so there's a trophy, and you can dress up your bird. Okay, you can dress up your bird.
He was enjoying that.
There's you have, it becomes an adult falcon, but you can put a hat on it that makes it go back to its little baby form. All right, and like mine has a beret on right now, which is adorable. But you can also get like, there's a trophy for Penguin, and it's dressing your falcon up in formal wear, and it's like a little like tuxedo bow tie and a monocle and stuff.
Oh,
it does, from what I can see, it doesn't look like, if you're a platinum trophy hunter, it doesn't look like the trophy is going to be super hard to get for the platinum.
No, it didn't. I think I saw you pop like at least a dozen.
I think I popped in 2 hours of playing. I think I popped like 9 or 10 trophies pretty easily.
Yeah, it was pretty close. Yeah.
Again, once you start to get used to the controls, it plays pretty darn well in non-VR. It's been a game that I've been watching since they revealed it, and I'm like, that looks like it'd be cool.
I do remember the reveal, actually. Like, after I watched you play it, I remember the reveal, but I had it open the entire time. I was pretty much playing Division, and installing Division, and installing all those cities mods. And I mean, it looked fun. It looked
the art style
really enjoyable. The art style was cool.
Is amazing. Like,
I love the art style.
The art style is amazing. The gameplay, once you start to get used to it, it's intuitive. I've got to get better. Like, they have this thing. So they were asked. This touches on the accessibility issues that have been talked about recently a lot. But the developer was asked by a bunch of people if they could take this game and they could maybe make a mode that wasn't combat focused, so you could get through the story, but you didn't have to deal with combat as much. And they did that. They went through and added this mode. So you have like regular story mode with combat, and imprint mode with optional combat. But like, you have a little electric stick, and then a whip gets added to it. So basically, you're fighting that, and you're having like your falcon come in and knock robots out of the sky so you can go whip them. There's one enemy that you get to early on in the game, and the way you defeat it is you hold it down with the whip, and you call in your bird, and your bird picks it up by the foot. It exposes a weak spot, and you run around behind it and hit it with your stick. Like,
what the heck?
It's really cool. And there's like different recipes you can make for snacks for your bird that have different effects, like armor buffing and things like that. You can get a different like beak attachments and like talon attachments for your bird to make it more effective for combat purposes. I've played about 2 hours of this game. It's fun. It's really, truly fun. Way more than I thought it was going to be. And like, you know, shout out to British Rob for tweeting that at me. Shout out to the developer. I'm pulling up the name of the studio because I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm pulling it up right now because I want to know. It is Outer Loop Games. The guy who I got the code from, his name is like Ika. He's formerly from Uber Entertainment, GPG Shiny, and he worked at Bethesda.
Dang.
So like, they've got a good team on here, and I'm just saying, like, you can put cowboy hats on your bird, or little bowler hats, or they have a hat that will make the bird look like it's got a dog head, and
nice.
like it's so far from what I've played, it feels like a $20 game that they could have charged more for.
That's always what you want. Is
so
the cheap game that feels like it should have been a full price game.
Yeah. And I've experienced that a few times. and this is just kind of the more recent one. But it was really cool to be able to get my hands on an early access code for it and get a chance to dive in. And shout out to them, because Outer Loop Games, you got something here, and I hope to see more experiences like this come up.
Yeah. Bravo. Well, what else you playing?
You know full well that I'm playing MLB 19. Yes. Just finished my first season of Road to the Show with my first baseman, who played Double-A for the Bowie Bay Sox all year. And then when I signed my contract extension, I'm all of a sudden the major league starter, so I skipped AAA.
Wow.
So
okay.
I'm looking forward to that. A little later on today, I'm gonna jump into the division some more and play around with that. Because I really want to. I think I'm gonna like ping British Rob and be like, "Hey man, you want to play some division? We were gonna play yesterday, but we couldn't, because I had to go to a wedding.
Had to go to a wedding that you didn't know about."
Well, I knew the wedding was coming. I didn't know a date, and then it happened to be yesterday. But I got to eat barbecue. So there was that. Yeah. Is there anything else I played this week? Oh, I played some. I apologize for being a fake gamer boy and playing a mobile game, but I started playing a little bit of Elder Scrolls Blades on mobile, and it's actually pretty cool. Just saying.
Fake gamer boy.
So there you go.
Yeah. Mike, what are you playing?
I'm playing the game of life because I haven't had much time to play games.
Yeah, you haven't really had a ton.
So
I think your wife has played more games than you.
Probably. So
she's played like 94 hours of Yoshi this week, so
I mean, yeah. I have played. So I also like Mr. Penguin, got into a mobile game, and I was feeling the need to play a space sim game, and I couldn't think of anything really. I was basically just looking for a new mobile game, and I was looking through the store, and I remembered there's this game called Galaxy on Fire, and so I loaded that up, and it's basically just a space shooter. The nice thing is you just control your ship, and when you get into a position where you could fire on the enemy, it just automatically fires, so it's pretty easy to control. It's completely free. You don't have to, and I believe it's Galaxy on Fire 3 is what I'm playing. You don't have to pay anything. They do have the ability for you to pay to unlock like all of the story, but from what I've seen, you can play it completely free and still get all of the content and stuff. But it's basically just you get a ship, you fly around. Sometimes you're doing an escort mission, sometimes you're just searching around for some info, stuff like that. So playing that game also got me back into a little game that I bought on the Switch called Starlink. And there has been some news regarding Starlink in this last week. Basically, and this will come probably as a shock to no one. But basically, Ubisoft came out and said, "Hey, this game didn't perform up to expectations. So we are going to cease all production on the physical toys related to the game."
Unbelievable.
It's almost as if the Toys to Life craze finally died down, and the only toy to life thing that's still sticking around is Amiibos, and that even Skylanders is now a shitty mobile game.
It's almost as if I got bit by Toys to Life games twice before, and this one I was smart and I was like, I'm not gonna buy all the toys. I'm just gonna buy the game.
Did you get Lego Dimensions?
I had Lego Dimensions through both years that they had stuff, and I also had Disney Infinity.
You bought the good version and the bad version.
I had the starter packs for Dimensions and Infinity, and then just never.
They both had good things about them, and the thing Disney Infinity had, it didn't have the greatest gameplay, but the figures were good. Lego Dimensions had great figures in my opinion because it was just minifigs and stuff, pieces that you actually build, and it had your typical Lego gameplay.
Yeah, I mean it's Lego gameplay. That's you get what you expect out of that.
Both of them, they basically just ended up discontinuing everything, and at that point we took advantage and said, we're just going to sell all of our stuff before the prices decrease a lot. And essentially, I mean, we didn't make all of the money back that we spent on them, but we made a good portion back. So with Starlink, it is a good game if you like space shooters. The flying around, all that stuff. It's all comparable to the flying in No Man's Sky or in your old, X-Wing versus TIE Fighter game, stuff like that. So it's really, it's really good, but it's also got this ground component to it where you can land on the planet and your ship basically turns into a hover, a hover boat essentially. But the nice thing I like about Starlink is you don't have to play with the toys, whereas other Toys to Life games forced you to play with them. So I bought the starter pack on Switch just because it had the Star Fox tie-in, where you got the R-Wing as your ship, and you get to play as Star Fox, and there's Star Fox specific missions that you do. So I've been playing that. It's actually got me considering buying the one thing I don't like about it is, yes, I can play the game without the toys, but I was under the assumption, I guess, when I went into it that because all of, they do have this ability to play just what they call the digital version, I thought it's like, oh, I can just play the game and I'll just I'll be able to unlock things in the game. That's not exactly the way it works. You still have to go and buy, your digital version of the toys. But they do give you a nice bundle where you can essentially get all of the toys digitally for $60. So, not bad considering I ended up getting the starter pack for, I think what was half off. I got it for like $35 on Black Friday. So, I haven't put that much into it. They also have a bunch of free content, a big update that they're going to be pushing out in the near future here.
Yeah. So that game was something that was on my radar when they first showed like the first few minutes of that trailer. I was like, and then they were like Toys to Life, and I was like,
I mean the toys, the actual toys part of it is pretty neat because essentially here, hold on, I'll go grab it real quick.
Oh,
he's gone.
Running.
He's gone. We can talk
shit
about him.
Yeah, let's all talk shit about him. Oh,
wow, that was fast.
He's back.
Damn,
that was fast. Jesus.
So and that's why tacos are actually better than enchiladas.
So basically, this is the physical version. So on the Switch, it just comes with this little sled that you stick your Joy-Cons into each side, kind of like your your normal charge grip type thing.
The Switch puppy grip.
Yeah. So, but the whole point of it is that the weapons on your ship, you can detach them and switch out different weapons, and it immediately switches the weapon in the game. Each ship kind of comes off of the base, and then inside you've got your little pilot figure that goes in there as well. So the Switch version came with two pilots, the kind of the main story guy you get in the PS4 and Xbox versions, and then obviously the Star Fox stuff.
But does it feel awkward playing with that ship on your controller like that though?
It
seems like that. It seems like that would feel super awkward.
A little bit.
It did the times I was playing with it. Honestly, since the first time I played the game, which I believe was right around Black Friday when I got it, I haven't played with the physical stuff since. I've just been playing all digitally. Mainly because I only have, the same stuff I have physically, I have digitally in the game. The only difference is I have to go into a menu if I want to switch out my weapons in the game.
Right.
Digitally. So it's a good game. I would recommend it to anyone that likes space shooters.
I'll wait till they create a bundle where I get everything all at once.
Yeah, and I'm sure that'll become. And I think if you get the deluxe edition, which I think is $80. It might be on sale for like $100 or $80. I don't remember for sure. But if you get the digital deluxe version, I believe it comes with everything. But don't take my word on that because I haven't actually looked into it. Other than that, yeah, I haven't really played a lot other than making stuff in WWE for LCW.
I keep telling Nick that he needs to come up with a theme so that you can make a wrestler for him.
Yeah, we got Lindsay in there, Jen's in there, so all of our significant others except for Nick are in there.
I know.
And Jacket. Well, Jacket's got Demi. Let's be real.
I mean, let's be real. That being said, there's a game coming out. Like Mr. Penguin had his game that's coming out that he wanted to he actually got to play. There is a game coming out on Tuesday that I am really excited for. And I'm gonna play the trailer here.
Oh God! Please tell me this is the racing game. Please tell me.
So this is Dangerous Driving.
Yes.
Oh, I need to get this
so
now.
Ready.
And
this is from the original makers of Burnout. Isn't
it?
This is
from
Burnout in everything but name.
Correct. And I was listening to I was watching the Gamescast for this week, and Andrea Renee got to play it. And she basically said that this is Burnout in everything but name. They have, they've done updates. So,
God.
And the one thing it is going to be $30.
I'm about to go pre-order.
Right now, if you pre-order it, I just looked at. I mean, I'm playing this trailer off the PlayStation Store. But if you buy it right now, it's actually 10% off, so it's $27. And
Penguin's like, I'm going to pre-order.
So the one thing that Andrea Renee said is in I think it's called the road rage mode. Yeah, see there you can see, $27.
Do you get an even? Oh, is it because you got Plus, or is it just randomly?
No, it's just 10% off.
Oh, it's even better.
So the one thing she said was that in the road rage mode, which I think is like the takedown races, when you take a car down, the debris stays on the track.
Oh.
So if you go around for another lap, now you have obstacles because you took someone down.
What are you guys buying this on?
I'm buying it on. I think it's only on PlayStation.
Is it really?
It might be on Xbox, but I'm gonna get it on PlayStation.
I'll look it up. I can't look it up on my screen because if I pull open Firefox, it's going to go onto the screen that Discord's on, and
don't ruin
that.
everything.
No.
So yeah, I'm gonna be
anything.
This game comes out on my birthday. If anyone wants to buy it for me, so I don't have to, that would be great. But I'm also going to buy it if no one gives it to me. So
Dangerous Driving.
So they also, the same developer also made two other games called Danger Zone and Danger Zone 2, which I have the first Danger Zone.
Oh, it's on all three. It's on Windows, PS4, and Xbox One.
Yeah,
okay.
I just bought it on PlayStation. This is done.
That's what I'm gonna do.
So
I'm gonna do it on PlayStation.
Literally, paid for it.
So the same developers also made Danger Zone, which is basically the crash mode from Burnout.
Wait.
Yeah, you went there.
Danger Zone.
Yep.
Yeah, I did.
Yep. All right, so that's it for me. Iron, what have you been playing?
So let's see. I did the little I did Quail Smash League, and it was my first week of going 3-0 in it.
3-0 meaning you won 3 games?
I won all 3 games. Before that, I've only won one.
That's the pinnacle of his
weeks.
life. He will never do it again.
Probably not.
You know, if you lose this league, you will be excommunicated from the Lunar Castaways. I haven't talked to Jacket about that, but I'm pretty sure he would agree.
Can I say that I will not take his place, but Iron, if you get excommunicated from Lunar Castaways, we'll make a spot for you over on my channel. We'll make you a little landing spot.
Yeah.
You will have to get in on the theme of something von something.
Okay.
You could be
I don't
know Mr. Puppy Von Puppy. I don't know, but
okay.
It's
anyway,
a theme.
Does he also need a helmet?
I think that maybe you should put the
on.
helmet on him in the ring as well as in his entrance for Lunar Castaways Wrestling. But hey.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Otherwise, I have I played Civ 6. We played some more of that on Friday with Penguin.
Yeah.
That was fun. Let's see. Astroneer. I've been playing more of that with Quail, the somewhat watered down No Man's Sky, but also extremely fun like No Man's Sky. He's been playing a lot more than me. He's actually found some of the stuff we were looking for. So
he is obsessed with that game.
He is obsessed with that game.
Look,
but it is a fun game.
There's nothing wrong with finding a game that really scratches an itch and just
nope, nothing wrong with
it.
Nope. So there's that, and then I downloaded, like I said earlier, I downloaded a metric fuck ton of mods for cities, including resolution packs and ones to buy all 81 tiles and traffic stuff. And oh my god, I was talking to Penguin about it, and I was like, it's so intimidating. I was like, I can't do it. And then I've just been playing Division. I've bumped. I think I started at 23. I'm now up to 25.
You're almost
I'm
World
trying
Tier
to
1.
Yeah, I'm trying to actually, and I'm still only on the.
Have you beaten the campaign yet?
Not even close. At least I don't feel like I'm close. I'm only still on the second settlement.
I'm still on the first.
Yeah. Well, just so you know, there's gonna be supposedly a settlement to your. I don't know. Was I playing with Penguin or who was I playing with? The one to the south. It's actually uninhabitable. Like
the castle. The castle.
Castle.
I think we got to that with me.
Yeah, it was with Mike. It's uninhabitable. All it does is serve like as a point of thing for the story at this point. The next settlement is actually on the other side of the White House. So
cool.
Just a heads up on that. But yeah, no, I've just been trying to clear a lot of side missions and control points in that and keep leveling up and everything. So that's about where I am. I'm probably going to keep playing that. I know it's supposed to rain later today.
Here too. It's supposed to be stormy.
Yeah.
I'm going to poke my head out.
It was actually supposed to rain here in like an hour, and I just checked my phone because I was like, it's really sunny out. I checked my phone, and it's saying it's going to be not till like 6, so that's even better. Ellie, what the hell are you doing? Why are you in the closet?
She's being quiet, okay?
Ellie, get out of the closet, goober.
Wow, stop trying to force your gay dog to come out of the closet. On stream, no less.
With Mr. Penguin.
Wow.
Come on now.
No, the closet door, like there's a closet right here, and it's got it's just got a bunch of
so your dog's a lesbian.
It's got the futon mattress upstairs. It's from the futon mattress that we used to have upstairs. We dragged it down here and shoved it into the closet. It fit. Okay.
Anything else? Anything else you've been playing?
No.
Oh my god. What? one quick addendum to the stuff I played. I jumped back into American Truck Sim. Feels good, man.
Oh my god, that was funny.
Download it. Oh, Mike, you were.
I will. I am gonna download it.
Was that a result of the Wheel of Games?
It was on the Wheel of Games, yes. But so Yuri was in the chat for that. It was on stream, and Yuri was like, "I will give you 100 bits if you get to your destination without touching your brakes." So I just put the pedal down. I may or may not have ended up on my side at some point.
There are those that play sim games for seriousness, and there are others who play it just to have fun.
Usually when I'm playing American Truck Sim, I'm actually trying to further my company. Thank you.
Gotta further that blockbuster from Bend.
I did, yeah. I stationed my trucking company out of Bend, Oregon.
So I think that about wraps it up.
I think that's a show.
In news, I think that's show. So, as always, we were fully able to extend this
way past an hour.
Way past an hour.
Way too long. So the housekeeping. Let's see. So I'm trying to think.
Giveaway.
Yeah, I was trying to think like more recent, like more sooner. But yes, we have the giveaway. Technically, it is not going to be Days Gone anymore. We are giving away.
Thanks, Sony.
Thanks, Sony. It will be $60 PSN card or cards. It's up to Jacket if he wants to do one or two. I think he's planning on two though. So if you would like to enter into that, please go ahead. And if you're watching the Twitch, you can see me point up. Please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, preferably with your Twitch Prime. And I say that because if you do not have Twitch Prime and you still want to sub, head over to the Patreon. It's actually going to be $2 cheaper for you if you go over to the Patreon. You can check that out.
Yeah, I forgot
to the Discord.
I forgot to turn off my auto renewal, so I resubbed to your channel for $4.99. Yeah. But that's okay because that's how you get people, and also I am the #1 contender again. So
that's true.
I need to go back and watch that match. Mike, can you give me a timestamp on that?
Not right now.
Okay, shoot me one later.
Yeah, there you go. Otherwise, so we'll be doing that. That drawing will be, I believe, on the
24th.
24th. Okay, so that giveaway is on the 24th. So we will be doing that probably around 1 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Eastern, whenever Jacket usually gets home that day, and starts it up.
I'm gonna change my name on Discord to @SpideyJ.
It's your best way to win. It's always freaking Spidey.
Oh my god, everyone should change their name to @SpideyJ.
Do it. Everybody do it.
Just when Jacket starts the giveaway stream, everybody does it.
Oh man, that'd be great. Okay. What else? So I will be streaming probably Monday and Thursday again. I'll be gone on Tuesday. We're going to a play.
What are you going to see?
I can never pronounce it. Les Mis.
He's going to see Les Mis.
Les Mis.
Mis.
We're going to see Les Mis. It's at the Stranahan in town. So we're going to be going to see that on Tuesday. So I won't be around Tuesday evening. Mike, do you know if you're doing anything for Friday or no?
Friday will probably. I've already spoken with the wife, and it will probably be dangerous driving.
Okay, fair enough.
If there's multiplayer in that, maybe we'll cross the streams.
There's gotta be multiplayer
crossing
in that.
The streams.
So we will be probably doing that, and then I think that's really it for this upcoming week. Nothing really crazy special. So with all of that, let's see. Let's look over at the chat. The empty chat. It was just really Jacket. Yeah, he said it was basically Burnout 3, which he was talking about dangerous driving, which it looked a lot like dangerous Burnout 3. It's really kind of what it reminded me of. So while I do still enjoy Paradise, and do still own it, so that and Onrush was fun as hell.
But before you give the outro, I would also just like to encourage people to go check out LCW Lunar Castaways Wrestling. It is
Yes.
streamed live on twitch.tv/Lunar Castaways every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central Time, which is the best time. And
Indeed.
And then the VOD goes live on the YouTube channel Mondays at noon Central Time. So if you can't catch it live, you can always catch the VOD on YouTube when it goes live on Mondays.
Yes.
Please check it out. Give it some likes.
Like, subscribe, ring the
views.
bell for notifications.
Yeah.
Of when that's.
Boom, boom, boom.
Subscribe button's down here. I believe the bell is like right next to it.
All I'm saying,
Button's a little bit farther.
all I'm saying, folks, is if you find WWE entertaining, you're gonna get way more out of LCW because it's people you know.
Yeah,
That's true.
and if you just happened upon the Lunarcast and you have no idea what Lunar Castaways is, head over to discord.lunarcastaways.com and join the Discord. And if you want to be part of LCW, just let us know and we'll get you started with a character potentially.
Eventually, we
Eventually.
got a long list. Mike and Jack could have a long list.
It's not that long. It's like 4.
All right. So with all of that being said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you, Mike. And thank you, Mr. Penguin, who you can catch over at twitch.tv/Mr. Penguin Von Penguin.
Wednesdays at 6, Fridays at 7 Central Time, best time. Sometimes on Saturdays when I give free codes to new games that are coming out soon.
There you go. So thank you guys for joining me. And until next time, everybody, have a great day.
Bye.
Adios.